Today we've got a little compare and contrast video between two very popular Emersons, the Mini-CQC 15 and the Mini Commander. A lot of people before they buy these knives try and figure out which one of them they should get, myself included. I watched a video before I got them that compared them, and I even commented on the video, "Thank you so much for making this video. I now realize I don't need to get both of them because they are essentially the same knife." And well, you see how that ended up for me. I got them both, and even two of the Mini Commanders, I have one in the black finish. So the easy answer when you can't decide, you get them both. Really you could probably sell one for pretty close to what you have into it, sell it on the forums if you don't like it. But they are both super knives. These are two of my top 3 carried knives, the third one being my Paramilitary 2. So I love them both. Can I pick between the two of them? No. So let me just show you some of the similarities and differences between the two of them. As you can see, they're both very similar in size. They're both pretty close to 8 inches. Let's start with them closed. Now, so similar stuff that's the same on all Emersons. Handles are both super grippy G10, which smooths down with time. They both have regular screws. They both flathead screw up here, Phillips back here. They are the same thickness. They both have the thumb discs for opening them. They both have the wave feature. They both have lanyard holes. All the same stuff that's the same on Emerson's is the same. Blades are both 154 cm. The blades are both 0.125 inches thick. So common stuff being common on an Emerson is common. All right, so let's have the size of the handles. As you can see, if we line up the pocket clips, the Mini Commander is just slightly longer. It's going to stick out of your pocket just slightly longer, just slightly more. And it's going to stick into your pocket just slightly more. Are either of them enough to really notice much of a difference? I bet not, but for what it's worth, it is just a little bit longer. Part of it, I think, because the Mini Commander has this pointed tip on the back, and I suppose if you were going to strike someone with it, that pointed tip would be a little bit more uncomfortable than this flat tip, although I think either of them would do just fine. I wouldn't hesitate to use either of them. So that's them with them closed. Let's have a look at them open. The grips, a little bit different shape. Here's one of the big places where the knives are different. So on the Mini Commander, there's this deep finger choil up here for your index finger, and then the rest of it just kind of flows back, kind of curves down for the back of your hand and fits on there. The Mini-CQC 15 has sort of a choil on both sides. I have medium-sized hands, and your finger just kind of fits right there between the two of those. Fits very comfortably. I suppose if you had big hands, maybe you would have trouble fitting it on here. Maybe that's where the regular size CQC 15 might work better for you. Or go into something like the Mini Commander where your fingers are not going to be sort of locked in between those two choils. For me, fits perfectly fine. Which one is more comfortable than the other? There's really hard to say. Emersons are all very ergonomic, and as I sometimes say, they're just kind of shades of phenomenal between the two of them. I can't really pick one that's more comfortable than the other. They both feel super comfortable. There's not really a clear winner in either direction. Just whichever one you prefer. The blades another area where they are similar but different. So the Mini Commander has this big belly recurve up into the tip, and the Mini-CQC 15 has a belly with some recurve, and then it goes into a tanto tip. So if you need to do more piercing, puncturing, I suppose the Mini-CQC 15 might have a little bit of an edge there with that tanto tip. Both of them are going to make great slicers because they both got a nice belly there. They both come in the plain and partially serrated. They both got the swedges up on top here, and I think both of those just make the blade look a little bit more cool. That is a newer feature in recent years. Some of the older models didn't have that on there. Blades are both the same thickness, 0.125, both 154 cm. These are both, I believe, 2012 models, yep. And they both got that stone washed finish up on top and the polished finish on the bottom. So what's the choice between the two of them? Price-wise, I think the Mini Commander is just a little bit cheaper. But as far as which one's better, I don't think you can't really say because they're both so similar. I mean, they're both knives, they're both going to cut. They're both very ergonomic, they're both about the same size, they're both going to carry in your pocket pretty similarly. So it really just kind of comes down to which one you prefer. If you like the blade shape of one of them better, if you like the handle shape of one of them better. There's really no good way to pick between the two of them. Just comes down to a personal preference. So hopefully this video has at least muddied the waters less or more for you, helped you less or helped you more. Hard to say which way it's gone. At least made you realize that there's not a huge difference between these knives. Just pick which one you like best, or easy solution, get them both and be happy. I'll catch you next time.